Yeah. Well, like I said, hopefully you're making $5,000 today is the goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something I learned when working with the Burn Harnish camp was we started with a one-page strategic plan, which vision, goals, strategy, and then the tactic. So today for us, my vision is to make sure that you guys get a 10x return on the investment and that you guys are beyond raving fans. You can't wait to go out and tell everyone how amazing marketers we are and these people who are just like totally just in 8 hours hopefully made you millionaires. That is the goal. The goal is you're going to actually, a quantifiable SMART goal is to get a 10x return on your $500. The strategy, we're going to do a one-day intensive workshop. Like, not only were we going to talk about the theory of direct response marketing, but we're actually going to get into your ClickFunnels account if you have ClickFunnels, or we can get you set up with a free account. I don't know if you got ClickFunnels, I don't know. But understanding you and working with you, since it's a small group, we're going to be able to actually log into your account and build something out, a real campaign, so that you can actually drive traffic to this thing tomorrow. That's the goal. And the tactics, I've got an itinerary which I provided to you. We're going to go through those so that we're going to build the foundation to do the work before the funnel, so that when we actually get to actual funnel building, we can do it in that 30 minutes that what Russell does on his. It makes it look so easy, but he already knows what he's doing. So it's
Well, they also have how many other people working on it.
Right.
I mean, it's not like it's just Russell sitting in a room.
Right. So we're not as good as Russell. It's a 30-minute funnel build, so it's going to take us about 8 hours to do that. So that's how we're going to do it. So if I get buy-in from you that you like the plan, then that's the plan we're going to work.
Sounds great.
Well, this is not scripted, clearly, and
right.
This is any kind of feedback that you'd have, maybe some ways to improve this too. I mean, this is going to help not only me make a better program, but this is also going to help people who see you and see your business grow from like kind of a before and after. Where I want to try to capture it before this and after this. This is going to help someone who might be on the fence of joining us, why they should or shouldn't take action to come out and see us at one of these Funnel Hot Seats.
I don't know what really to add to it. It's pretty good. Like the part we did, like where there was like 10 features and you narrowed it down to the one.
Mm-hmm.
Like having those in there really helps a lot.
Cool.
Because then it's like, okay, now here's this theory and this idea. Now we hammered it down with the exercise, and now we can move forward. Because everything kind of built on each other today. Because it was all sequential pretty much. So taking it one step at a time, then getting the answer so that no one moves on without having an answer for the next thing.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you very much.
Sure.
This is I had a lot of fun teaching you. I'm really glad you came.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I'm here with my man Joe. We just finished up with our first Funnel Hot Seat, and I wanted to get some feedback from you. So what was the number one obstacle that would have prevented you from buying this Funnel Hot Seat?
That would have prevented me?
Yeah, but you did end up buying. What would have prevented you from buying?
For me, the only thing that really prevents me from buying stuff is just so like me like knowing the person a little bit, and knowing kind of what they're about, and then if their service actually works, right? So maybe seeing that other people have been successful with it.
So trust and social proof.
Right. So trust in them that they can do it themselves,
Yeah.
right? And then social proof that and that it's actually worked for other people like me.
Okay.
As well. So those two things are really big for me.
Okay. So what did you find as a result of coming to this Funnel Hot Seat?
What did I find?
Yeah, what did you find as a result of coming in and participating here with me?
I was able to take a lot of ideas that I had and kind of were scattered around and kind of make them more concise and pick a path on where to go, and also a message for myself going forward. That was a big thing for me.
Great. What specific feature did you like most about coming here to this workshop that we did today?
The Cliff Bars were really, I really like the Cliff Bars.
Good.
I like how there was a personal aspect of it, right? It wasn't just information, but you guys sat down with us and were able to show us different things, and also angle what you were teaching to each of our specific businesses, right? Because certain people have different things they want to offer and sell, but you guys weren't like, just here's this cookie cutter thing, let's make it work for what you have and what you want to sell as well. So now it eliminates confusion going forward. The second one's kind of tied with that, right? I'll have a game plan and a strategy, which is really big. You know, like a big thing we did, which I said, was make their message more clear and know who they are and how to present themselves, and then also what to sell and how to sell it. So whoever needs that, right?
Somebody is going to get out of it, not the price, but the value. There's people that join $25,000 masterminds just because they want to have their name on that roster. They don't show up, they don't go to meetings, they don't participate. The value that they get out of being in that group is just the fact that they're in that group. Other people get different value in different ways. And so the price point doesn't have to reflect what that group member or that subscriber or that purchaser is going to get from you.
So this is what I'm calling my drawing treasure maps. So this we're not going to sell the journey, but in order to get them to take the journey, we need to have, like, if we begin with the end in mind. This is the four tenets of effective direct response, and it's position, differentiation, benefit, and brand. And I learned this from Richard Viguerie, who's the most successful American targeted advertising. He wrote the Four Horsemen of Direct Response, and he's like the biggest. He put a lot of people in office and through direct mail. And I learned, but it was incredible to me. Some, like, you put like physical greenbacks into an envelope and mail them to somebody, and you get nothing in return except for you feel good. Like, so how do you, like, that's what got me into copywriting, like learning, like, how do you get somebody to buy the invisible, buy this invisible promise, and maybe you'll be able to, like, into ideas. So that's where I learned this from. So position is nothing more than a big hole in the marketplace. It's which we've already answered this: who, where, what you are, and what you stand for. The differentiation is how you differentiate yourself from the competition, where you can create a community around this. So that you can, once we have the one person that we talked about putting your arm around and talking to, you go uphill from that. Like you have this one person, but they're part of a larger group. So this is where you identify the list, or like the associations, the trade journals, all this stuff. So the benefit, it has to be clearly obvious what they're getting. They're giving you $2,000 for the core, like, for your product, but they're really getting, like, what does that mean? Like, what is the transformation really going to do? Mm-hmm. And then the brand is where you combine the previous three into a unique way with a singular, like, you become, only you can do it. And it's like the one word, like Volvo, safety.
Would you recommend this workshop to anybody, and if so, why?
Yes, absolutely. I really loved the dynamic of the two of you guys. You really played off each other very well as far as both your personalities, but also your skill set. And it's like a 2-for-1. And that was one of the things, kind of thinking about why I wouldn't buy, was like it was almost too good to be true. Like the investment for what you were getting. And then once I read your kind of bio and your background, I was like, how are they charging so little? So it was well worth the investment. And I know that I'm going to get the return on it for sure. So definitely would recommend. And you're going to have packed rooms, I think. So that's going to be a challenge, I'm sure.
Is there anything that you would like to add beyond what we covered here, or any final feedback before we close the day out?
No, I mean, I think, again, I liked the way that you had it structured as far as really getting clarity around, our attractive character, really thinking about what we want to have ourselves positioned as and branded as, and then how you pulled that together with what we offered, and really even just, talking about the copy all throughout it. I think it came together so beautifully, and then really thinking about how that all comes together as we're creating our products and our programs. So I think it was perfect.
Oh, thank you very much.
But I'm super glad I came.
I'm super glad you came too, and I'm glad that I really, this morning, when I sincerely appreciate you guys coming and trusting us. This makes a huge difference for us, so thank you.
Yeah.
So what did you find as a result of coming today and making the time investment and the money investment for spending time with us?
Yeah, so I mean, it just really helps me, first of all, get a lot of clarity on my funnel. Also kind of helped me up level some of my pricing and the structure of what I'm doing. And then I also feel like I got a lot of clarity in regards to how to actually bring people into my funnel and what are the steps and the stairs that they're going to take to do business with me.
Great. So you're increasing your customer lifetime value. You're increasing your personal self value of like what you feel like you can justify charging. And we're also looking at ways to increase the frequency in which they buy through ascension. So
Correct.
Okay, great.
So I think just having a more clear roadmap of what are the things I need to do in my business. I'm walking away with a to-do list that I can implement tomorrow to start bringing in more sales for my membership site. Actually figuring out how one thing is going to lead to the next and how I'm going to kind of seed those different things, both kind of upselling and downselling. So thinking about, if somebody's doing a high level program with me, how am I bringing them into the membership site? And then if somebody's in a membership site, how am I bringing them up into one of my higher level offers? And just thinking about that, it was also really nice to have some community here, to have other people, first of all, that live in Austin now that I'm connected with, and to see you and Amanda coaching them as well is always really helpful, because even though their businesses didn't look exactly like mine, my wheels were spinning as you were talking to them. And because I do work with funnels as well, that was really helpful. And to see how powerful a small group like this is for a one-day event. I mean, it kind of blows my mind, like how much you can get done in 8 hours. And that's, kind of stirring something in me too, because I really enjoyed being a participant. And potentially this could be something I offer for my clients as well.
Great. I hope you do.